G'day tubers and groovers, welcome to the 26th of August 2025. Today we're going to go medieval on your Behringers, so you better come back and check we. Okay, so Uli sent us a message and he said, sorry guys, nothing's new. And nothing's new, you know, the factory's running at full capacity, we're getting ready to chuck everything out. So we've got nothing new to tell you. However, though, he did send us something, Simon, didn't he?
Yeah, he sent us some. He's been going through his archives, and he sent us some rare images from back in the very, and we're talking early days of Behringer.
Ancestors. In fact, medieval.
And there's some stunning pictures he sent us as well. So we're going to do our best to go through them and explain what all these synthesizers and unusual artifacts are.
So I'm going to flick up this picture right now and have a look at this. This is 12. Look at it. I mean, this is the design back then, and we don't know the year, do we? But this I believe, Simon, was the core unit of the power plant.
A bit like the Ark of the Covenant. It had all the energy stored inside it. Yeah,
don't be fooled by the size, how it looks there. The thing's absolutely huge. So this is where the control unit for the power, to power the plant, and you'll understand more as we go on. So I mean, it looks pretty stunning, doesn't it?
It looks awesome. When you see the red eyes on it, if they start to dim, because it's powered by water power
and coal,
everything. This is ancient technology.
Once the eyes go dim, you chuck some more coal in. So we move on to the next one then. So this is all about currency, isn't it?
These are the special Behringer coins.
Yeah.
So back in the day, if you wanted to buy your Behringer synths, tone generators, studio monitors, you had to have this currency. And what it
was more of a trade, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it was trading these because these were gold.
Yeah.
With a little bit of bronze in, so it gives them that sort of.
And this is where the whole steampunk vibe come from. You see, pretty basic that one there. That's just your currency, simple as that's what was used in the day, right? So, moving on to the next one now. I do believe this is the first powered drum machine.
It was, yeah. This was sort of the very medieval steampunk drum machine of the day, the prototype, the very first one.
Yeah. So it was. I do believe they had a mechanical robot playing it, so it was still drum machine. This is all Behringer gear, man. It shows you how far back they go.
And I think the next picture is one of the demonstrators on the slightly different drum machine, but there we go.
So we're not sure if that is, although he is connected up. Look, he's got pipes going into him, so it's probably not human. It's probably a robot type thing. But you will notice though that he is wearing a particular outfit, which we will tell you about a bit later on. So as you can see, the world's first drum machine, which was actually made out of a drum kit, but they were very clever. They thought, what's the best way to make a drum machine? Well, get a drum kit.
Exactly, and because of that, you only needed a couple of those special Behringer coins to buy one. It was awesome.
Yeah, very good in its time. So moving forward here, we have the very first Behringer guitar.
And that was played by one of the top Behringer stars at the time, guitarists.
He would have been your Danny of the time, you know. He would display it, and you can clearly see the steam in the room there, because obviously backstage there'd be some coal steam powered generator for the amps to run it all, like, you know, to get it all going.
And it looks like it looks like it's a bit AC/DC modelled on a Gibson, maybe.
It looks like Gibson. I can't think the name of it, but the hollow body ones, yeah.
Not the 335.
Yeah, there's something
like
that
one,
yeah. Or the 336, I'm not sure. But as you can see, things haven't changed much over the years. Do you know what I'm saying? Look at it.
Over the centuries, even.
Over the centuries, yeah. So, without further ado now, you can see he's wearing what was then standard Behringer uniform, right?
But we've got to say that was because you needed shielding from all the sort of steam and radiation and stuff in the factory at the time.
You could say it wasn't very practical because you had to lump all that kit, but that was only for testing, don't forget. They would have perfected it before it came out to you.
That was in we call them clean rooms nowadays. That was a steam room.
Yeah,
you could see the steam in the background there.
Steam room, and this is why Peter Gabriel come out with the song Steam, isn't it?
That's right.
Because of this, this is, and we've got to thank Uli for sending these pictures because they really are a treasure.
They're stunning, aren't they?
Yeah, you just can't. You try finding them on the internet, you can't. So anyway, moving on. Then we have here.
This is my favourite one. This one.
This is the world's first. You tell them, Si.
This is the world's first incarnation of the VCS3.
Yes.
Or back in the day, it was called the MCS3 because it was the medieval version.
Yeah, medieval.
And it's got everything on it. It's got look, it's got your horns on the top there. It's got all your knobs and got the first ever keyboard on there as well.
Yeah, yeah. And you can see where the VC was it the VC3?
VCS3, yeah.
VCS3. You can see where it got its design from.
Yeah.
I mean, this is BC. Don't forget, this is like way before our Lord Christ sort of thing. This is really old, but it looks kind of modern there, doesn't it? You know,
it does. And this is the deluxe version because obviously the original version didn't have the keyboard on the bottom either.
No, it's right. It was just a like a desktop thing, wasn't it?
That's it. Yeah. So this is like got all the bells and whistles and steam and everything you could ask for.
And again, you will notice the animal head on top, which again would have the glowing red eyes, so you would know when you was losing power. See.
Yeah.
So. Very, 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 very good. Very, very advanced in its time. We'll move on to the next one now. Look at this.
And this was Behringers because no one could afford that kind of mixing desk at the time, could they?
No, and it was 25.1 surround sound. Now we're going BC here. This was, as you can see, the big light in the background again. That's your power meter.
Because this was Behringer's charter. That was to make things as advanced as possible.
So the what's that? The XR, is it the mixing desk today?
Well, yeah. In back in the day, obviously these aren't wireless.
No.
These are it's like a bit like the Tesla wireless electricity of the time.
Yeah.
That's what this was about. It was very advanced.
So you think of Tesla now, right? They're actually going back in time. It's not the future. It's using old technology from the past. I mean, that's just a dream, that is. I mean, they must have been chuffed when they got that all working. In fact, several power meters up there, they're using them as lights, in fact. But when it gets dim in the room, you get the boy to go stoke the coal and maybe add more water. But you'd be surprised how efficient the steam was in the day. Moving on. This is my favourite.
This was the centerpiece. If you had one of these, this was way ahead of its time, wasn't
it? Because if you look on here, you could VIDI thee well, because you got two screens there. So you could VIDI thee well, and if you have a look, you got on the top left there, you got your droop button. There you got droobs everywhere. You got your droobs, and where the red light is, you got your dirty old spatchka down there, and a bit of a clockwork thing at the top there, quite orange in colour.
And that was the trend of the time, to have this orange watch clockwork face on them. That means it was cutting edge.
Yeah.
And by the way, this was Behringer's door.
Yeah, this is the door. Yeah, I forgot to say that.
This has got everything in it. You got your screens, you got your controllers, you got your spatchka. Did you say?
The spatchka,
yeah, that's in there as well.
Yeah.
Oh, it's an awesome piece of kit.
And you could VIDI well. You could VIDI well on this thing. You know. I do believe it doubled up as a ham radio as well, which is incredible, well ahead of its time. And if you look very, very carefully on this picture, check out the clockwork, which is slightly orange on the top there. You'll see steam coming off of that, because this thing was generating immense amounts of heat. So they hadn't come up with heat sinks, I'm guessing, at this time. I'd have to ask early.
It just had to sort of vent via the clock face. Yeah.
So there you go. There it is. A beautiful, kind of steampunk looking, but I guess that's just the way things were back in the day. So moving on then. Now, come on. We need you guys to help us out here. So this is inside the Behringer factory back in the medieval times. Can anyone tell where it is? Because you can just about see outside. Anyone recognise those buildings?
And can anyone got any ideas in the comments? What are those pieces of gear on test? Because they look awesome, don't they?
This is one of the main power sources there with bench testing, as you can see. We're not quite sure what they are, but they almost look like the desktop synths and stuff like that.
Sequencers, that is the state of the art at the time.
Of course, they did have steam reed organs as well, but of course the steam was so hot it'd melt the reed. So then they made them out of metal, and then they found that the metallic sound was too piercing and sharp. So But I do believe we've got an outside picture of the factory somewhere. But now, look at this thing here. This is, I believe, the world's first sequencer. Am I correct, Si? Did I get that right?
Yeah, it's a sequencer with a tone generator built in as well.
That's right. This is the tone generator, right? So you've got your droops. So you use the buttons at the bottom there, as you can see, and that's your sequencer basically, and you could tune.
You got let's have a look. What, 2, 4, 6, a 7-step sequencer on the bottom there, and then you got all your knobs to adjust all your different tones as well.
7 steps, which is perfect for music. 7 is just right.
Well, that was the medieval thing at the time. 7 steps was the 5, as the kids say now.
That's right.
Yeah, it was awesome.
You could do 4/4 timing, but better still, you do 7/7 timing. It was great, you know.
I'm excited about the next one.
Yeah, this one's great.
If we could pick up a pair of these, it's unlikely, but this is the one.
If anyone's got a pair of these that survived the you know, all
the centuries, the ages,
these are 2.4 gigahertz wireless. Is it gigahertz or 2.4 megahertz? I can't remember.
And that was the Tesla thing at the time. It transmitted a bit like the Tesla coils. That's how they work, from the coil to the speakers.
Beautiful, a clockwork with an orange.
And this was Behringer's first portable, I call it a synth station. It had everything on it, including what Jay's about to explain to us.
This was made specifically for your fair seamen, right? So your responsible captain would sit down aft, below deck, near the back, and he would create his music. But you will notice a 4-point compass on the clockwork orangey thing, and therefore he could make his music whilst charting his course, plotting his charting his plot, and therefore he could use that to call up the operator and say, like, northeast, southeast, due west, whatever, and responsibly make music without crashing the old Viking vessel or whatever it was at the time.
And did you notice on the right hand side there's another clock face?
Yes.
And that's your tempo. All the time at sea, yes, that is the one.
Yeah.
This is the way, really.
This is the way.
All the excitement there, look. Oh, dear.
We'll have to edit that bit out.
This is the way.
I was wondering, is that the knots, maybe, or the course plot? I don't know.
Maybe the speed of the song.
The tempo,
yeah.
Tempo. So I think maybe the boat generated the tempo by the knots it was going by. Maybe.
Yeah.
Because we have got something similar to that coming up.
It was all interlinked cells.
It was cells interlinked.
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay, moving on. So you got your Amazon Prime, you've got your Uber Eats, you've got all these things where they bring things to your door these days. And this is how they did it back then, Si. Explain.
It's like an automated, that's a new word.
Yeah.
An automated transportation system. Look at it, and you can see it's got lights on the front. It could be day or night, 24 hours.
Yeah.
And this would bring your Behringer item to you in how long, do you reckon, back in the day?
Oh, maybe 17 months, probably, And
that
depending on whereabouts in the world you was.
That was a good turnaround. So, that was state of the art.
But that was fine until the pirates come out and they started nicking stuff off it because it was unmanned. But I do believe they had them sealed in a vault inside, so, So it was on rails, so it was quite easy to automate. You just sent it on its way. And you'd get your Behringers.
Protect your Behringers.
And they were protected.
And now the next one's, this is a rare picture because this is where every single medieval Behringers were made.
Uli actually managed to capture a photo of the very, very first Behringer factory.
Definitely.
Right? So this is what happens when we've got no Behringer news. We dig up the past. And here we have, which is just as exciting because no one's ever seen this stuff before. So there's the first ever medieval Behringer factory. How about that? Look at that. And you can see all the power lights around the bottom just to make sure that it's got power, see? Simple, really, isn't it?
And the next one, Jay's going to explain. This is called the human interface.
Can you guess how it works? Okay, so what we've got here is quite clearly a 6-channel step sequencer. Now, if you look at the top there, you'll see some hooks, right? Now, what you would do is, because it would be unsanitary just to use them as they are, you'd have these little needles that you would pop inside those hooks. And then what one would do is you'd hook it in this arm and then you'd hook the other one in that arm. And you may be wondering why.
Sounds painful.
No, it was a very fine needle.
Oh, designed, yeah.
It didn't really feel it. The only thing was that the hooks were quite heavy and they might cut the skin a bit. But, you know, you got to bleed for your music, haven't you? So what this thing would do is, with the hooks in your arms, it would measure your BPM. And that would be your tempo, your BPM, your blood pressure.
Your blood per minute.
Blood per seconds, per minute. You know, it would monitor your heartbeat, and that would be your tempo. And if you was liking what was coming back and you was getting excited, it would speed up a bit. So therefore that would automatically speed up with your anxiety. And if you weren't liking it and you was feeling a bit dark, it might slow down with your heartbeat. And
you can also see on the picture here, it's got the classic orange clockwork dials.
Yeah.
And if you look on the left-hand side there, you can wonder what these wires are.
This is what we wanted to explain, isn't it? This is where the modern word comes into play, so I will explain to you.
Well, Behringer was so advanced, they introduced this system called MIDI.
As in medieval, say MIDI.
And that connected all the Behringer instruments together.
Yeah. What do they call it today? MIDI.
MIDI, yeah.
See, where did they get it from?
Behringer.
Medieval.
Yeah.
So this explains a lot. It sort of certainly makes sense to me now what MIDI is. Now I understand it fully.
Definitely, yeah.
Totally get it. But, you know, as you can see, the aesthetics on these things were great now.
This is the last one we're going to leave you with, but this is because this is perpetual motion. You've got to be very careful.
Now today they state right.
I was going to say when you turn it on,
but they had it then.
Yeah, when you turn it on, and what is this doing?
Well, it's generating a lot of power, and it's working perpetually for a start, and it's you tell them how it's powered. So come on, as if they don't know already.
Well, if you look at the top, there's a little tube there, and this is like perpetual water, and this is the first party speaker.
Yeah.
So you've got to be prepared when you turn this thing on. It's a non-stop party. You can't turn it off.
No, you can't, and you can't stop partying neither. And hence, if you look at the light, you've got your orangey light there, which again symbols your power. But because it's perpetual, so you ain't never got to worry about it.
And the most important thing before you switch it on, you got to make sure your shelves are full of party snacks.
Yeah.
Drinks. Make sure you no toilets in those days. Like you got a trench. You know, for the party trench outside, where we're going with that.
Yeah, you just go, of course, sanitation. Was not the hygiene wasn't the. But anyway, you know.
But you got to be prepared. So when it's on,
I can only imagine the sound that come out of that 1.5-inch speaker. That must have sounded amazing.
At the time, unbelievable.
Yeah, and they would have been made out of real, like 2-inch thick copper. The cone, so it would have resonated perfectly, wouldn't it?
It would have been like a cymbal. It would have been awesome.
Well, we hope you've enjoyed that today, guys. We'd like to thank Uli for sending us the photographs and giving us all that information. We just haven't got any news to give you at the moment. There's nothing new, but there's plenty old, which is why we've just shown you.
And we're doing some research, so we'll have some more deals and some brand new up-to-date news for you next week.
So a lot of work went into this, believe it or not, and we hope you enjoyed it anyway. All right, so we hope you've had a good grin with us today.
One more thing.
One more thing. Yeah, we got an Instagram page now, so if you want to follow us on Instagram, that's great. I didn't even know that.
No. See, this is cutting edge news.
Oh, I did see it come up on my phone as that happens.
And just type in "take the fear out of the gear," all one word, and you can join us there. We'll post a few unusual things on there, reels and everything else. So come and join us there as well. You can come on Instagram and you can check we out there. So, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for videoing us today. I videoed thee well. I guess you all know the film, you must do. Put it in the comments, just to see how many people know. Your droogs and your dirty old spatchka and whatnot. I'm singing in the rain. Ladies and gentlemen, we have been the Behringer Brothers on the platform that is... Take the fear out the gear. Yes, indeed. And I have been Jason Bangers. I've been Mr. Chumley Warner. Please subscribe if you haven't done yet. And any comments, it doesn't matter good or bad, it helps the algorithm out and really helps us boost our channel, which we would love to. We'd love to boost it more. Although we're it's not the end of the world, but it'd be nice to get more subscribers and stuff. We appreciate all your support because we're over 7,000 now and it's going up. So thank you very much. And in all seriousness, we hope you enjoyed that bit of fun. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you on the next video. Make sure you come back.
protect our Behringers, and
check we.